Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making Christmas fudge out of Velveeta cheese. I know what you're thinking, that this sounds so gross, but I'm not joking, it is amazing. So the first thing we want to do is, in a medium saucepan over low heat, we're going to put in half a pound of Velveeta cheese and 2 sticks of unsalted butter. We are going to mix this constantly until it's nice and melted and it's a very thin texture, kind of like the consistency of normal melted butter. You do need to make sure that you are stirring constantly, because otherwise it will stick to the pan and it will burn, and you definitely don't want that, because then your fudge will taste burnt. Now that our butter and cheese mixture is melted, before it cools, we want to pour it into a large bowl. And you do want to make sure it does not cool very much before doing this, because it hardens when it cools. So we don't want it to harden until everything is all mixed together and it's in the pan and all that. So that's what makes it the fudge consistency, is when it's cool. So after we get every little bit of that special butter and cheese mixture out of the saucepan, we're going to pour in half a cup of baking cocoa. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And I was actually surprised how little vanilla extract goes in this for how much fudge it makes. Next, we're going to add in 2 pounds of powdered sugar, and we're going to do that in 2 different groups. So I'm putting in about half of the bag to start out with, and then after I mix it all together, I'm going to add in the second half of the bag. So a little tip for you that I like to do when using my hand mixer and a lot of powdered sugar is, before I turn my hand mixer on, I like to give it a good mix, just because it starts to combine the powdered sugar with the wet ingredients, and that way the powdered sugar doesn't like poof everywhere and make a huge mess for you to have to clean up later. I've found that a really useful trick, especially when making cookies and stuff, because then you just have a big mess to clean up, and when you start to mix it in, it keeps it all inside the bowl. So as you can see, when I'm mixing it, it starts to get like a really good consistency, and it looks like a cake batter, almost like a really thick cake batter. So this is about half of our powdered sugar poured in already. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour in the other half. Don't mind my arm right in front of the camera. I'm still trying to find good angles whenever I'm in the kitchen where I'm not blocking your view. But anyway, I have the whole bag of powdered sugar poured in, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix it real quick, and then I'm going to finish mixing it, and it's going to be a really, really thick consistency. That's all the ingredients though. Can you believe that? That's just so crazy. It's only like 4 or 5 ingredients in the whole thing, which makes it even easier, and it's super quick to make. So if you're having a holiday party, you can throw it together easily, like an hour before. So now that it's almost done being mixed up, we just want to combine everything in a 9x13 pan. We're going to line it with tinfoil, parchment paper, whatever you have. Grease it with some nonstick cooking spray, and then we're going to just plop the whole mixture into the baking pan and start to spread it out. Again, you're probably thinking that this is going to be the most disgusting thing ever, but no, it's not. I'm telling you, it tastes just like regular fudge made out of, with all those ingredients and all that time to make this. You can't even taste the cheese like I was expecting to be able to, but no, you can't. I gave a piece of it to a friend, and I'm like, hey, try this. And so he tried it, and I said, do you like it? And he's like, oh yeah, that's really good. And then I told him it was made out of Velveeta cheese, and the look on his face was kind of like, I don't think I should like this. That sounds really gross. But then I'm like, do you still like it? And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to believe it. And he said he took it home and his family tried it, and he said his mom just could not believe that it was that good when made out of Velveeta cheese. So definitely make this recipe, because it is fantastic. What you want to do after you get it spread out is you want to put it in the fridge for about an hour until it hardens, and then you can chop it into little chunks just like fudge. I was going to get an after view, but it got gobbled up so fast that I wasn't able to. But yeah, I will definitely be making this again, and I'll probably be making it every year just because it's that good and that easy, and if you have kids, it would be great for them to make it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe.